With spring and summer approaching quickly, that also means that self-tanning season will be coming upon us soon. And so today I've swatched 8 different self-tanners on my arm to just compare their intensities and different shades of tan to one another. I'll show an update after 5 and 8 hours after applying the self-tanner, just to see how the color develops over time. And then also I'm going to rinse off my arm after 8 hours and show you what they look like after that, as some of the self-tanners contain a color guard, and so that presumably will wash off the color guard. So let's get started. From elbow to wrist, I'm swatching Life Brand Gradual Tanner, Jergens Natural Glow Mousse, St. Tropez Everyday Gradual Tan Mousse, St. Tropez Self Tan Mousse, St. Moriz Self Tanning Mousse, L'Oreal Sublime Bronze Mousse, $1 Million Tan Extreme Tan Icon, and $1 Million Tan Face Extreme Cabana Tan. This is how they look after developing for 5 hours. So on this side over here, I used 3 Gradual self tanners, so they don't show up very well. Alright, so it's been about 8 hours since I applied the swatches of self tanner. And as you can see, the lighting has changed as it's not bright outside anymore. I just wanted to show you what the swatches look like before I go wash off my arm. This is what my swatches look like after having rinsed my arm under soap and water. Presumably this would have washed off any color guards that might have been in any of the different self-tanners, then therefore would show a more true color underneath. I didn't notice a huge change in the colors of the self-tanners after having rinsed them off. The only difference is that I think all of them became slightly less intense. The only very minor difference that I can spot between the St. Tropez, St. Moriz, and the L'Oreal swatches is that the St. Tropez showed up a little bit less intense than the other two, and I think it also showed up a little bit more brown in tone than orange in tone than the other two. The $1 Million Tan shade is the dark color out of the $1 Million Tan collection, so that is the Tan Icon Extreme. So that was to be expected that it would show up more intense. The most intense self-tanner out of the ones that I swatched was without a doubt the corresponding face lotion from $1 Million Tan. So this is also in the extreme shade. And this was not a surprise to me, as it indicates on the bottle that there's a higher percentage of DHA since it's made for the face. The only thing that I found surprising is that the colors weren't exactly the same, but I guess that's something that happens when you change the percentage of DHA. And also there could be a difference since one is a lotion and one is a liquid as well. So I'd be curious to compare the color of the lotion from $1 Million Tan to these last two on the end here. And finally, moving on to the Gradual tanners, which I swatched 3 of them from about here onwards. And you probably can't see much of a result. I think that I would have really had to build up a few layers of it before showing a result, so I don't have much to comment. But one thing that I wanted to note was that swatch number 2, this one shows up more compared to the other 2 Gradual tanners. So if you're looking for something a little bit more subtle but don't want to have to deal with building it up in too many layers, then the Jergens Natural Glow might be a good choice for you. I found it really interesting to see the similarities and the differences between the various self-tanners, and making a choice of which one to use on yourself really depends on your current skin tone and the look that you're going for. For instance, the $1 Million Tan in the extreme shade gives me a very intense tan, and it's one that I would never be able to realistically achieve in daytime sunlight. This could appear quite harsh on me if I were to wear it during the daytime. However, if I'm going to an event that will have harsh lighting and I'm expecting that I can be like washed out by lights, then this may be the best choice for me, whereas the Jergens Natural Glow might be the best choice for me if I was looking for a natural look to wear during the daytime. Someone with a darker skin tone might not find the results that they want unless they use the $1 Million Tan Extreme shade or another dark tanner from one of the other lines. I hope that you found this video informative. If there are any self-tanners that you think I should test out and even do another comparison video on in the future, please leave me your suggestions in the comments below. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye everybody.